Hey all, this is Travis. In the last video, I introduced you to yield farming in decentralized finance. Again, we are continuing this journey of understanding DeFi for UX designers. Now in this video, I'm going to talk about automated yield farming, and we're going to look at a protocol called Yearn Finance. Let's get into it. So Yearn Finance automates yield farming. This is similar to when I give my money to a fund manager in traditional finance. They allocate my money into different positions, bonds and stocks, etc. And in order to maximize my yield or to reduce risk in my portfolio. And this happens without my input, really. I'm paying for their expertise and for their labor and actually moving the funds around and keeping an eye on my portfolio. And it's similar with these yield aggregators, and Yearn is perhaps the most popular yield aggregator. So Yearn is made up of different vaults that users can deposit tokens into, and each vault has a specific yield farming strategy that was developed by some DeFi expert. And they propose this strategy and it's implemented in the form of a Yearn Vault. Users come in, they deposit their tokens into these vaults, and it kind of pools all the tokens together. And then these pooled tokens are automatically moved around the DeFi ecosystem into lending protocols, into different LP pools, into staking programs to maximize the yield on that pooled crypto. So let's look at the Curve USDN vault right here. What it wants me to do is to deposit in CRV USDN. And it's going to move this LP token, this Curve LP token, around the DeFi ecosystem to maximize yield for me and to also automate the process so I don't have to actively manage my yield farming. So it says, well, let me just back up and say that this idea that you can move an LP token around the DeFi ecosystem into different protocols is the concept of something called token composability. This is a really important concept in all of the Web3 concepts because it's about interoperability of the tokens. They aren't just able to be used within one protocol, they can be utilized across many protocols, and in this way we can really complex, sophisticated dynamics emerge with this token interoperability. So just understand that other Web3 projects are going to continue to be built out and utilize the tokens from older projects. Like, for instance, the MakerDAO was one of the first projects within the DeFi ecosystem on Ethereum, but all these other protocols continue to use its stablecoin DAI. Again, this is a concept of token composability. So in the case of Curve USDN LP token, what this Yearn Vault does is it supplies this LP token to another protocol called Convex Finance. They allow you to stake Curve LP tokens on there and to earn CRV and CVX. And remember also how I said in the previous video how yield farming is currently really manual. I would have to manually claim CRV and CVX over time and then reinvest it if I were doing it myself. But what this Yearn Vault does is it says earned tokens are automatically harvested, sold for more Curve LP token, and then deposited back into the strategy. So it's automatically compounding my earnings for me. And this is one of the main value propositions from these yield aggregators like Yearn Finance. Cool, so far I've told you many different earning opportunities within DeFi. You can become a liquidity provider, you can lend your crypto, you can stake your crypto and participate in liquidity mining programs. And then also you can deposit your crypto into these yield aggregator vaults and passively earn yield in that way. Now The problem with all this, though, is that I've had to visit all of these different web applications. So it makes the DeFi ecosystem feel kind of fractionated. Like all these protocols are siloed from one another. And the next product we're going to talk about is something called a DeFi dashboard, which brings all the different protocols we've talked about together into one single UI. And it really streamlines the user experience for DeFi users. Can't wait to get into it, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.